Welcome to what should be a great Saturday night for the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And, of course, Dylan Brooks, proudly wearing the Oklahoma City Thunder colors for the first time.
And speaking of the trade, I spoke to him earlier, and, man, was he excited about getting the opportunity at a fresh start. Yeah, he thinks he'll be able to get them to that next level, and I'm sure that's what their thought process was when they made the deal.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he, Greg? I mean, the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kev. You know, very fluid for his size. A pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps.
Pass to Brooks. Gobert with the block. Driving the lane. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Jimmy Butler. First trip to the line for him here. That free throw good from Reddish. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, but I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
Boy, I love how unselfish Oladipo is. Great at getting his teammates involved in on-time, on-target passes.
The kick outside to Butler. Mitchell with it. Now defended by Oladipo. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's 2 fouls for him this quarter. A third would be a problem.
Now here's Brooks. It's stolen by Gobert.
Defense is all about anticipation, and he had perfect anticipation on that pass and comes away with the steal. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
The Thunder shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And the technical free throw is good. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Brooks with no one around. Drains it from beyond the arc. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
The drive by Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Inside. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Picked by Randall. Mitchell with the bounce pass. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. 5 to shoot. And it's off from three-point range. Brooks outside. Pass to Cunningham. Here's Oladipo with the shot. Gobert pulls it in. 1:51 left to play here in the first. Now here's Mitchell. The kick outside to Butler. Back to Mitchell. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Mitchell's got 6.
Don't think you're going to get a better look than that, and it's Butler who makes it possible with an excellent feed.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to catch up with that Nets head coach. He called Victor Oladipo one of the more underrated guards in the game. Coach said there's so much backcourt talent in this league, sometimes Oladipo gets lost in the shuffle. But tonight they'll be keying their defense on him. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. But they recover it. On the wing, Mitchell. Gobert trying to get open, and it's Mitchell missing. Oklahoma City leading by 3. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Nets. From deep, Brooks hits it from three-point range. He's got 6.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And the quickness of the release, very impressive from Nash, especially when he gets inside.
Oladipo outside. Off target from three-point range. Nets trailed by 4. Nash outside. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. It's Brooks on the wing. Pass to Cunningham. And the wide open shot from Reddish. That's 3 pointers off the mark. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Thunder lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
For Brooklyn, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
Pass to Hunter. Launches a 3. Drills the three-pointer. Hunter's got the lead up to 6 now for the Thunder. Here's Claxton. And here is Shamet. Nash outside. Barnes grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Fultz. Here's Hunter. Off target with his 3. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. To the inside, and stolen by Barnes. Here's Fultz. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And already his 3rd foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the 3rd quarter.
And Oladipo has it in the corner. Lays it up and banks it in.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Now, here's Mitchell. Oh, my goodness! What a play!
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Bojan Bogdanovic was a pro in Europe for a decade before he joined the NBA. The Croatian sharpshooter says, a lot of players who are happy over there, but I wanted to have another challenge, to play against the best in the world. That was the only thing that was important to me. Guys, he's lived up to that promise.
He loves that challenge, and he's having success. D.A., thank you. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And 88 from the line a season ago. He was one of the best shooters in the league.
You know, there's been some improvement in his free throw shooting this year. His percentage has taken a little jump compared to last season.
Oladipo goes in. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. Pass to Gobert. Back to Mitchell. The Nets working the ball around now. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Shot clock reset for the Nets. Fires the 3. That shot no good. And the Thunder going the other way now. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Out to Brooks. Back to Oladipo. Shot clock at 5.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Stolen. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. So for the Nets. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Now here's Jordan. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Nash. Pocket 6. Down low. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Boy, somehow, some way, you got to keep Jordan away from the basket, because if you allow him to get it there, he's flushing.
Pass to Oladipo. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Cunningham. Shoots over Shamet. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside. Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Nets trailed by 9. Here's Mitchell. He's got 7. Oh, the lob to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist. No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
3 from the inbound. Outside Butler. Pass to Mitchell. Picked by Randall. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Mitchell. Over Cunningham. The second effort. Gobert can't hit.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Oladipo. Jones, no one around him. No good on the triple.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
To the paint. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Gobert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And using his insane wingspan and athletic frame, Gobert can flat out dominate down low.
And he drives in. Cunningham's shot is off. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. From deep. Shot clock reset for the Nets. Here's Randall. Here's Gobert. And Jones sends it back. And he's able to get it back. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there. And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And that's a big boy dunk right there. He threw that down like a sledgehammer.
That is a violent attack on the rim.
Guys, you covered the bases with that.
Here's Mitchell, following the score by Oklahoma City. Shoots it up, and he nails the jumper. Mitchell's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And that's Mitchell at his best, playing the quarterback on this offense and leaving the D grabbing for air.
Pass to Allen. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Drills it from outside.
You know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
Allen. Brooks outside. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. The three from Bogdanovich. Unable to get that one. The Thunder leading by 4. To the middle. Here's Reddish. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. 6 points for Cam Reddish.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
The Nets working the ball around now. There's the triple. Handle no good.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
Driving to the basket. Reddish's shot is good. And now an 8-point Thunder lead.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. You can really see that his confidence is at a high level here in this half. He didn't have a 3 in the first.
Oladipo left side. And that one, good.
You know, this is why Oladipo is a star. I mean, he has a unique ability to convert through really tough defense.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Nets trailed by 8. Nash outside. It's rebounded by Fultz. And here are the Thunder now. Barnes outside. Out to the wing. Down low. And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo. Oladipo's got the lead up to 10 now for the Thunder. It's Nash with the drive. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 10-point lead. Some breathing. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here's Fultz. Pass to Hunter. Back to Fultz. In the corner, it's Hunter. 6 to shoot. From downtown. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Thunder lead by 12.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
And it's Barnes with the ball for Oklahoma City. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Out to the right wing. Okoro wide open. He fires. And a miss there on the triple. Stolen by Okoro. Here's Hunter. Offline with his 3.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
The Thunder leading by 12. He can't hit that time. Good D by Jordan. Pass to LeVert. Stolen by Okoro. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Back to Fultz. Now here's Okoro. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Steve Nash. That'll be his second foul of the game. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, the coach of the Thunder had some harsh words for his team. His point to them was that they put themselves in a position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. So he needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Pass to Cunningham. Three-pointer. He's 4 for 6 from the field with that miss. Mitchell is double. Intercepted. And it's Brooks in the corner. A three ball. Good. And it's Oladipo picking up the assist. And breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
The Thunder leading by 15. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Smooth passing that time. Butler doing his best to keep everybody involved and in sync.
And so here is Oklahoma City. After the basket by Brooklyn, the drive by Barnes. Second chance effort. And the layup is good. Barnes has got his first points of the game.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
And sometimes it's as simple as this. Throw it up anywhere near Gobert, and he's going to finish it.
Pass to Cunningham. Back to Oladipo. He takes it in and finished off by Oladipo.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Thunder.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And in a two-game season series, you always want to take charge of game one, and exactly what they're doing here tonight against the Nets.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Champ.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
And Brooks gets it to go.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency, huh? They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Nice shot by Brooks.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And slam dunk by Gobert. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 14 rebounds.
And you want more of this from Mitchell. Good to see him moving the ball like that.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and
Every rock in my watch, every step that I take, still won't stop no mistake.